Greatguy, whatever happened to the man of Tungsten? Lisa Lyle had interviewed Greatguy more times than she could count. She'd seen him punch the Brain Beetle into orbit, outwit Dr. Dreadnought's Chrono-Cannon, and charm the city council into funding his orbital crime scanner. She'd been there for the victories, the speeches, the photo ops. She was, as the tabloids like to tease, Greatguy's gal pal, a nickname she pretended to hate but secretly cherished. Jimmy Wholesome, her ever-grinning colleague, had been there for all of it. He'd snapped every iconic shot, from Greatguy shaking hands with the mayor to his triumphant pose over the wreckage of the Sinister Sisters of Saturn's moon tank. Jimmy was more than a photographer, he was Greatguy's chum, a fixture in the hero's orbit. So when Greatguy invited them to the Citadel of Contemplation for a deeper disclosure, they assumed it was another interview, maybe a retrospective, maybe a retirement announcement, maybe, Lisa dared to hope, a confession of love. The Citadel was dazzling, chrome spires, mirrored halls, alien glyphs humming with power. Greatguy greeted them in full regalia, cape billowing, boots gleaming, smile radiant. "Welcome, friends," he said. "You've earned the truth." They followed him through the Citadel, past the Hall of Heroics, the Chamber of Cosmic Reflection, the Vault of Valor. Lisa felt the old thrill again. Jimmy chewed gum and adjusted his lenses. They reached the central chamber. Greatguy turned to face them. "There's something I must show you," he said, and then he shrank. His body compressed, his frame diminished, his voice softened. In seconds, the towering hero was gone, and in his place stood Ken Clarkson, mild-mannered reporter, their colleague, their friend. Lisa gasped, "Ken!" He nodded. "I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner." Jimmy blinked. "You're Greatguy? You've been Ken this whole time?" Ken smiled gently. "I was created on Kryphlon, engineered to survive your atmosphere. My molecular structure allows me to shift density. Ken Clarkson is compression, Greatguy is expansion. When I expand into Greatguy, my molecular field reconfigures. What you see as the costume is actually a projection of stabilized energy, shaped by my neural imprint." Lisa staggered back. "For all those years I had my suspicions, and I tried to trick you, but somehow you always outwitted me." She composed herself. Reporter mode fully kicked in. "So what's the scoop? Is this off the record, or are you releasing to the world?" Ken sighed. "It's time for full exposure, Lisa. The whole truth. I owe it to my friends." He paused, looking sincerely at the pair. "I always told you that I was the last son of Kryphlon, but that's not the case. My people are few, in danger of extinction. I was bioengineered and sent here to study the Earth and its people, with the plan to ask for asylum on your planet. As a reporter, I was ideally placed to get a sense and insight into humanity." Ken's expression darkened. "I reported all the good, your compassion, your creativity, your resilience. I saw your art, your kindness, your capacity for love. But my people, they focused on the bad, your crime, your distrust, your disdain for immigrants, your warlike nature. They saw your wars, your weapons, your fear of the unknown. They decided Earth was not viable." Ken expanded back into his Greatguy body. He gestured to a console. A holographic map bloomed, showing red spreading across the globe. Lisa's breath caught. "What is that?" Greatguy's voice was calm. "Atmospheric alteration. As we speak, the air is changing. Methane saturation will reach lethal levels in minutes." Jimmy stepped forward, panicked. "You're killing everyone?" Lisa's voice cracked. "So this was all a test?" Greatguy nodded. "And I was bound to obey. My program is biological. I cannot override it." Jimmy lunged. "You can't do this!" Ken's eyes flashed. Jimmy crumpled to the floor, smoke curling from his mouth and nostrils. His camera clattered beside him, cracked. Its screen flickered, Lisa's face, frozen in horror. The last photo he ever took. Lisa screamed. Greatguy didn't flinch. "You'll be safe," he said. "That's why I brought you here." She backed away. "Safe?" "Yes. I begged clemency for my friends, but they allowed me just one. It was always going to be you. I love you, Lisa, and you will add to the gene pool as my race recovers its numbers." Now Lisa sits in a sterile glass-walled cell deep within the chamber. The walls hum faintly. A robotic arm delivers food for a slot. Outside, the air is deadly to her. Inside, Greatguy has tried to make it comfortable, but also safe. Nothing sharp. Nothing that can be made easily into a noose. The robot arms restrain her if need be. No window. Just a single surveillance lens blinking red. She doesn't cry anymore. Inside, the Citadel hums. Outside, the world is silent. So much for a brighter tomorrow.